Hello, everyone, and welcome to the online information session for the summer sessions at Columbia University. First off, let me introduce myself. My name is Cassandra Hoblitz, and I am the admissions counselor for the non-degree programs here at Columbia. I have a few little housekeeping announcements to make before I turn things over to our summer sessions coordinator, Brett. So let's first make sure that everyone can hear me properly. If you can hear me, please type yes in the chat or raise your digital hand. Just let me know. And you can feel free to introduce yourself in the chat box also. Okay, great. It looks like I'm coming through loud and clear. I see that many of you introduced yourself in the chat box, so thank you for that. The chat box will be closed in the next few minutes. We encourage you to keep typing us questions in the Q&A throughout the presentation. We will answer some of the questions digitally, and we will save plenty of time in the end of this presentation for a live Q&A. I would also like to let everyone know that we are recording today's presentation, so you'll be receiving an email with a link to that. And you'll be able to go over all this information that we discussed here today. Without any further ado, I'm very pleased to introduce Brett, our summer sessions coordinator. Brett, how about you introduce yourself to our session today?
Hi, Cassie. Thanks for introducing me. Like Cassie said, I am the summer sessions coordinator for Columbia Summer. And at the very beginning, I'll just be going through some descriptions of what you can expect from the program. So thank you for joining us today and welcome to Columbia. As you can see, this is a picture of the Columbia Morningside campus, which is one of the main campuses at the university, and it is where Columbia Summer is hosted. We are located in northern Manhattan, which is a great place to be because it's a little bit removed from the Times Square hustle and bustle of NYC, but you also have great access to the city as well. Our campus is wonderful and unique for New York because it is in an enclosed campus, and you really get that American campus feel while also having access to a huge metropolitan city like New York right in your backyard. Columbia Summer is housed within the School of Professional Studies, or SPS. The SPS is one of the many schools within Columbia University at large, just like the law school or the School of Journalism. At the School of Professional Studies, we offer many different programs across a broad range of subject areas. First, we offer many graduate degree programs. These programs are really market-driven programs tied to the current job market. We also offer certification programs, non-degree certification programs, post-baccalaureate studies for those who have completed their bachelor's degree, but would also like to come back and pursue other studies. We have a fantastic high school program that is offered during the summer. If you are a high school student, you may also be interested in checking out the high school program, which is separate from Columbia Summer. We have a world-renowned American language program. For those of you who would like to improve their English language skills, I would certainly recommend looking into that program as well. We have our visiting students program, which is being offered during the academic year and also in the summer. And of course, you're all here today for our Columbia Summer program, which I mentioned is one of the many programs within SPS with over 100 courses and over 50 areas of study. And finally, we do offer some online courses with that as well. So you may be wondering, why should I pick to study at Columbia in the summertime? There are many other summer programs, so why Columbia? Well, I'd like to highlight these main attributes of the Columbia Summer program. It is a shorter time commitment. If you're used to the longer American study, semester study, you know that it's about 15 to 16 weeks long traditionally. But for summer, most of our sessions are condensed into only 6 weeks long, less than half that time. We offer smaller class sizes. In the summer, the class sizes are naturally going to be smaller because the matriculated students on campus are going back home or elsewhere to do internships. So with the smaller class sizes, you benefit from being able to take advantage of the time to speak up to your professor and also connect with other students in your class. We offer flexible course offerings, and in a few slides, I'll go into more detail about all of that. We also offer exclusive summer-only programs that I'll also talk about in a bit. During the summertime, we offer dormitory housing for the visiting students, which we don't always offer during the academic year. On-campus housing is a great perk to have in a program because you get to stay nearby all of the activities, and it's a shorter walk to your classes as well. You also get to study with Columbia University students. So you're in the classroom with the matriculated students. Other summer programs may separate the visiting students from the matriculated students, but with our program, everyone is combined together. So you're studying alongside talented students that study in the classroom during the academic year. And lastly, we are the only Ivy League university in the city of New York. So you get the advantage of a great education and fantastic networking opportunities in this vibrant community. As I stated before, one of the benefits of studying with Columbia Summer is the flexible course offerings. Our largest program is the Visiting Students Program. If you're currently enrolled at an undergraduate or graduate program, then you would apply as a visiting student. This allows you to take classes at Columbia while you're still currently enrolled at your home institution. Again, if you are a high school student, keep in mind that that is a separate program. If you have any questions on being a high school student, just let us know and we'll direct you to the right program advisor. For post-baccalaureate studies, that's another bigger program during the summer. We offer it during the academic year as well. And again, this program is designed for those who have completed their bachelor's degree or their master's degree, and they want to come back and study, enhance their job performance, or perhaps pivot their career and study a new subject area for personal development. We offer a graduate foundations program, and this program is more specifically designed for those that want to prepare for a graduate program. So they'll take coursework targeted towards that graduate program they want to apply to. And finally, with Arts in the Summer, this is a really popular program amongst our applicants because it is a shorter application. And also it's open to those that just want to study in the arts such as theater, film, or writing courses. You can see all of the certification and certificate programs that we offer in this summer on this slide here. The ones that have an asterisk or star next to them are the certifications that can be completed in one full summer term or one 12-week session. We will talk about those in just a minute. The business certification is offered through SPS and other Columbia schools. Business certification is very popular because it's one of the only departments that offers online courses as well as on-campus classes, which creates a flexible course plan. Option 1 is one of our most popular offerings, the Certification and Professional Achievement in Business. This program consists of 4 courses that can be completed in one semester or one summer term, or if you want to do it on a part-time basis, up to 2 years. For option 2, the Advanced Business Certificate is for those that have some foundational business courses, but they want to advance and deepen their coursework. This is for those that have more time to commit to the program. There are 8 courses, and you would take that in one summer term plus one academic semester. So 2 semesters and then up to 3 years. Other business options for the summer are the Business Edge program. This is a 6-week intensive program for undergraduates in partnership with the Columbia Business School. So you'll take these classes with the Columbia Business faculty members. And the 4th option is Business Plus, which combines English language skills with a quantitative class. This program is great for those who want to improve their English language skills, but would still like to take an academic-centric class. So you would take one English language course and then a quantitative course from the quantitative approved list you can choose from. Critical Issues and International Relations is another summer-only program and is in partnership with SPS and the School of International Public Affairs, or SIPA. It's designed to improve competence in international relations. Our faculty that teach this program are world-renowned with many, many years of professional experience in the subject area, and they're really great practitioners in their field as well. For this program, there are 4 courses, and it can be completed in 1 or 2 summers. The United Nations Studies is offered through SPS and SEPA. This is designed to increase your understanding of the history and inner workings and challenges associated with the world today. Again, really wonderful professors in collaboration with these courses. They have experience at the UN and other governmental agencies. It consists of 4 courses or 12 credits and can be completed in 1 or 2 summers as well. Our third summer-only certification program is Human Rights. This is offered in partnership with SPS and the the Institute for the Study of Human Rights. This program is designed for those interested in the interaction between human rights theory and practice. In this certification program, students are really engaged not only in class, but also outside of the classroom working in experiential learning. There are many field trips and discussions associated with this program. Similar to other summer-only options, this program consists of 4 courses and can be completed in 1 or 2 summers. So now that I've discussed the program options in a little bit more detail, I'll pass it back along to Cassie in admissions, who will talk more about the application and student life component.
Thank you, Brett. Let's see. Sorry about that. My mouse is a little bit touchy, so we've been popping around on these slides. So if you aren't a US citizen or a permanent resident, you will be required to have an F1 visa during your time here at Columbia. Students who need to apply for an F1 visa to study at the university should make sure that they're doing so early, as it typically takes our International Students and Scholars Office, also known as ISSO, 3 months to process visa applications. Students must be registered as a full-time student, which is 6 credits for a 6-week session and 12 credits for a 12-week session. Typically, most of our classes are 3 to 4 credits, so please contact ISSO for any specific visa-related questions. They have more information on their website, and you can contact them via the information on the screen. This is our summer session calendar for 2019. As you can see, there are 2 main sessions. Session 1 is in the first half of the summer, and session 2 is obviously in the second half. Session X runs through the full duration of summer, and students who complete their application on or before February 1st usually receive an application fee waiver and priority enrollment. Applicants who submit on or before March 1st have their fee waived. At this point, we're pretty late into the application season, so we're just accepting applications for session 2 on a rolling basis up until the end of June for domestic students, and international students should be applying as soon as possible. So the application process is as follows. There's an online application, an $80 application fee. Transcripts and non-native English speakers need their language proficiency scores to be submitted. Students applying to one of the following programs will need additional information. There are some slightly different application requirements to these particular certificates. So please check the website for more information on that. Students do have the opportunity to live on campus. The rates listed on the screen are for summer 2019. If you need to submit an application, you can do so online. So this is just some general helpful admissions info. Usually once your application is complete, it takes about 3 to 5 business days for you to receive a decision. Students receive a decision notification via email, and from there you log into your application portal so that you can view the decision. Next steps details for registration are emailed to all admitted students, typically within 5 to 10 days after it being admitted. And all students applying to one of our summer certificates must place an enrollment deposit before any registration info can be emailed to you. As a summer student, you have access to all of the resources provided to Columbia students during the academic year. This includes our 22 libraries. The libraries are equipped with study spaces, printers, and copiers, which are all accessible to you with your Columbia ID. Our main library, Butler, is open 7 days a week. For more information about library services, you can visit the URL listed on the screen, library.columbia.edu. The fitness center is also open to you as a student during the summer. Some of the amenities include a full gym, a running track, tennis courts, and also classes. And we have something called Passport to New York, which provides Columbia students with free entry into New York City museums, discounts on restaurant options, and theater and performing arts shows. To get a detailed look at what is offered, please check the website that's linked here on the screen. So aside from taking classes at Columbia, students have the opportunity to experience New York in the summer, from numerous music and film festivals that take place during the summer to even taking a stroll along the High Line, walking down Broadway. There's a lot that New York has to offer to you outside of your studies while you're here. Some of the things you can do and see are listed here, whether it be exploring the different New York neighborhoods or seeing some of the more common tourist attractions. Again, you won't be bored if you're studying here for the course of the summer. New York is a pretty exciting place to be spending the warm months. So what are the next steps? If you need to speak to an advisor, we have information listed on the screen, but at this point, we'd like to turn it over to the question answering portion where we can answer some of your more specific queries regarding maybe the application process or even just being a student in one of these programs. So one of the questions I'm seeing is from Hyacinth asking, Hyacinth, do you think that you can explain this question a bit? Perhaps. Okay, well, I do want to preface this by saying also, if there's any questions that we can't answer today, you're welcome to email the alias on the screen, and one of our coaches or myself would get back to you with a more detailed question than we were able to provide at this moment. The deadline for applying to session 2. So the deadlines have changed just a little bit. Let's see. We have, again, we recommend our international students to apply as soon as possible just because the visa can take some time. Okay, sorry guys, I'm just checking real quick because we did change the deadline. So our international deadline is May 24th. So it's coming right up. You would need to make sure to get your application and your materials in this week. But domestic students will have a slightly longer deadline of June 21st. So Akil is asking what a typical post-bac GPA is. Generally speaking, our students usually fall at a minimum of a 3.0 GPA when they apply. Okay, so Amanda, I see you have a question regarding being a current employee of the university. you should make sure to contact your department to find out anything regarding your tuition exemption. That might possibly affect your application. So definitely you're right in thinking that first you should check with your office, and then if you're cleared for tuition exemption, you can go right ahead and apply. Okay, so Francis is asking a great question about being an international student. If you need to be enrolled full time. So like we said before, generally speaking, a class involves 3 credits. And for 6 weeks here as an international student, you need to be taking at least 6. If you're here for 12 weeks, you need to be taking 12. And that generally breaks down to a 2-week or a 2-class minimum for a 6-week session and 4-class minimum for 12 weeks. So we have another attendee who's asking about the statement of purpose for the application. Can you clarify what your question is regarding the statement of purpose? I do want to encourage you to check out the website. We have the prompts listed there. So Wenhan is asking about TOEFL scores. If your TOEFL score is outdated, you must take another test and submit the most updated test before your application can be reviewed. Eve is asking if there's a number or a minimum number of credits to be enrolled in as a post-bac student. As long as your visa is not dependent on your study here at Columbia, then if you're a domestic student, there is not a minimum number of credits that you need to enroll in. So we have a question regarding the post-bac summer session 2, if you need to reapply for the fall or spring sessions. I'm actually going to encourage you to email me so that I can double check with our admissions team and see, because some of the programs would require another application in order to continue on. So while we're in this webinar, I'll just make my email account available to all of you since I do work very closely with our prospective students. Please email me with questions at C, like Cassandra, H like Hoblitz, 2934@columbia.edu. If there's any questions that can't be answered today, I would be happy to answer them after I consult with our team. Okay, do we have any other questions? Okay, we have another student asking about applying for next year. You can't apply if the summer 2020 isn't posted yet, so you wouldn't be able to apply to that now. What you could do potentially is apply to the fall, and you can also request a redate of your application if you're not able to get everything together in time. But unfortunately, if you don't have the appropriate materials, it's probably pretty unlikely that you're going to be able to make it into session 2. Okay, so with that, I'm going to say thank you to everyone for attending. Thank you, Brett, for being my co-presenter. As a reminder, you will be receiving an email with a link to the recording of today's presentation. You can follow up with us at summersessions@columbia.edu, and I also provided my email account, so feel free to reach out with questions. We'd be happy to answer them and to help you through the application process. Have a great day, everyone.